Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. First things first, geez, I don't even know where I am. I'm going to do a challenge, screw it. There aren't very many left. I'm going to do Pride Day, because I don't really like the other two. Well, Brains is cool, I just don't like Have a Heart. So Pride Day, I just have a bunch of rainbowy items. Seed doesn't really matter for a challenge. But yeah, I've got $3 bill for a random tier effect every few seconds, Rainbow Worm for a chance, or for a different worm effect every few seconds, and Rainbow Baby for a different familiar tier every shot. So anyway, first thing I want to do is talk about a couple of, well, like one thing related to the channel that's not like important or anything, just like a note. For about a week, I think starting tomorrow-ish, because I think I still have one left. For about a week, I will probably just upload Isaac stream parts as the third video of the day instead of like Nuclear Throne, Sheridan, Borderlands, but I will. Borderlands will still be included once we can actually record some again, because I actually want to play that, but I really don't feel like playing the other games right now. I really only want to play Isaac and Borderlands, so for, you know, about a week, until the next recording session that isn't Borderlands, I'm probably just going to upload stream parts. Lets me take a little bit of a rest. Gets more Isaac out. Gets the streams caught up more to the present day. It seems like a generally good deal, since I don't really feel like playing those two other games. That probably means that the content wouldn't be fantastic anyway. So it's probably best for everyone that way. I'm sorry if those are series that you really enjoy, though. I will probably be back to them next week. But I just thought I would tell you all here, for those that don't follow me on Twitter. Mention that a bit there. And that's about that. Don't have a use item yet. There's a bomb, so I can get this other tinted rock. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Just pretty much Isaac and Borderlands for about a week. And streams will be more cut up for those that care, and everything is great. I get a little bit of a break. Everyone's happy. Well, most everyone's happy. So thank you for understanding. And that's that. Wow, so many tinted rocks and so few bombs. So on the topic of this, we got a small rock, which is great. That damage up by 1, tears up by 0.2 if I get something that modifies my tears. Which I don't know if anything I don't know if it'll count if I get like number 1, for example, from $3 bill, but this will definitely count. 0.7 tears up, I think, and 0.16 shot speed up. Good item. We've got some soul hearts from one of the tinted rocks. Life is good. And small rock is also a speed down by 0.2 if we get something that modifies our speed. I would say things are in pretty good shape though right now. This is a pretty easy challenge. It's also only to the heart, so I shouldn't have too much of an issue getting that done. As you might have seen on the file select screen, I have completed 1001%. I have now 100% completed Afterbirth on the stream save, and then I used the Alt F2 thing to get the other one to 1001%, just because that's an extra file anyway, that I can do stuff that I just don't care to counter if I want to reset it for stats, you know, all that stuff. Oh, secret room. Good thing I can go back for that now. That was a really good change in Rebirth. But, well, I don't need that. There aren't item rooms, as I believe we already determined. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm not missing out on those. Alright, excellent. Another tears up by 0.7. We got this, which, I mean, I'll lock it in just because it's there, but it's not a very good item. When I get down to 1 heart, it'll activate an Necronomicon effect and damage every enemy in the room. Completely forgot I had Shoopy Whoop, by the way. It's not very good, though it might get buffed. Ed was tweeting about thinking about buffing items due to nerfing items and everyone being mad, but it seems that he wasn't talking about like buffing everything that everyone said was bad, just a couple items, and Shoopy Whoop was one of them, which is fair. I am wary of too many buffs. Because, of course, I like the idea of the game being difficult and fair at the same time. I want, like... He also was talking about messing with rarities stuff, changing the special item system, and actually trying out rarity values being set again through, like, tierings of items or something like that, which could be pretty cool. But, like, I don't want it to just be bad items or common, good items or rare, because I don't think that's how you make it fun. I think that there should be, like, a couple common good items. Of course, I could be totally wrong with how this works, and that could actually suck. I think there should be a couple common good items, but not many of them, so it's like you're always going to get, like, 1 or 2 damage ups, and, you know, enough to have the game not just be torture to play. Like, if you constantly get bad items, never get a damage up or a tears up. So you're going to get, like, some damage up, some speed up, some tears up, but you might not get a lot of it. To the point where it can still be interesting without being unfun. So, like, you can still have a tough run, but you don't have to just get completely screwed out of having fun. Which is, like, that's why a lot of people will be like, oh, you just complain whenever you get bad stuff. And, I mean, that's true to an extent, but there are sometimes when I get bad stuff and I'm like, oh, this is actually a lot more interesting this way, because this bad stuff isn't, like, sucky bad stuff that's not fun to use. It's like, if all I'm getting are just useless items, well, yeah, okay, that run sucks. It's not very fun to play. But if I'm getting a ton of, like, mediocre items and then a couple of good items, like I get a synth oil and a magic mushroom, that can carry me pretty far. But it's not good enough for the late game. Though that's kind of close to good enough. So maybe, like, just a magic mushroom. Then I have a tricky run ahead of me. And, like, the rest of the stuff is garbage, and it's still kind of interesting. As long as I don't get stuff that makes me, like, too slow. I think speed ups are really important to make sure that you can get pretty much always. Speed makes dodging a lot easier and is just, like, at the same time not OP, because if you don't have a lot of damage and stuff, all the speed in the world just means that as long as you're not making mistakes, you're still successfully dodging things. And not dying, but you still have to, like, it's a grind. You have to keep not making mistakes to finish killing pretty much anything. So, like, that's the kind of stuff that I would appreciate. Not just, oh, every item's Aquarius or Able, and, you know, your damage is base damage until the womb and all that stuff. That's not fun. That's not the fun kind of difficulty. I appreciate the fact that, at least, you know, in my experience so far, I pretty much never get heart drops anymore. They're so uncommon most of the time. Most of the time, not all the time. I think that's a good difficulty, because it's not like they don't exist. It's just they're way less common, and that's what I kind of expected the hard mode buff to be overall most of the time. I appreciate that. I think that's good. It means that I actually have to be careful, even if other difficulties are unchanged, which I don't think is quite true either. I think the game has improved some difficulty stuff, but it's also made it so that it's, like, impossible not to break it, which kind of sucks. To me, at least. You know, I don't want to do that every run. Still, I think that, right, XL4, no wonder it took so long to get here. I think that a lot of the difficulty stuff has taken steps in the right direction, for what I want. Of course, not everyone might want that. But I do really appreciate the things I was talking about. Besides, you know, the stuff that's just unfair. I don't appreciate that. But they want to fix those seams, which is good. Or at least most of them. So, you know, health up, 2 hearts up. 2 soul hearts, that is. Sorry. Health up, 2 soul hearts. And suddenly I have max health. Oops. Mega fatty. Ow. So sadly, this doesn't, oof, that was lucky. The Mysterious Liquid still doesn't activate right under the boss. Or the enemy that it hits, in this case, the boss. Which, you know, it still kind of sucks unless the enemy is chasing you, which there are only so many of. But, like I was saying, I don't want to just buff everything. Some items shouldn't be great. There should be bad items so that not every run is just really easy. So that there's actually, like, value and excitement in finding something that's really good. Because if everything's just really good, then it's not fun to find really good things. You know, I don't want to be OP all the time. I want to have to work for it. Okay, so there's really no reason to, like, clear. No item rooms and whatnot. So, you know, that's my thinking on that particular matter. That was interesting that I shot 2 triple shots really quickly. I guess it hadn't registered as changed yet or something weird like that. That's okay. I think Serpent's Kiss, by the way, does spawn the toxic stuff underneath the enemy that it is hitting. Dang. God, these changing effects can actually sometimes be really confusing. Hard to work with. Yeah, I think that item does place the toxic stuff underneath the enemy, making it like really valuable. It's also a really good item. So, you know, there's that. Okay. By the way, since, let's see, today's, what, Saturday the 21st. I think I'm gonna end today's session with a greed mode run as Isaac in particular, to see if I just happened to come across the stuff to break the game to see if they did or did not in fact fix the Chaos card glowing hourglass trick, and then I would grind that out unless I got like a roll of like 1. Because I keep hearing mixed reports like, oh, they fixed that, and then no, they didn't, I just did that. So I just figure I would rather see for myself. Make sure of it. If it just kind of hands itself to me. If not, we'll just do a regular old Isaac greed mode run, and we'll continue filling the machine. As much as I dislike the fact that they gave the Lost the Holy Mantle for a donation thing in the greed machine, I appreciate it for the YouTube save, because that means that I don't have to really treat the Lost as a thing that's just... Like, the reason I didn't play the Lost is it makes bad content for episodic content. If I can just grind it for 2 hours straight, which, again, not good for episodic content, but good for streaming. If I can just grind it for 2 hours straight, no problem. But if I have to, you know, put out a video, I want that to be a reasonable length, all that. I can't really just start up a Lost run, most likely, and get it done. Like, that kind of happens on stream a lot, where I'll just, like, start playing the Lost, and within a half hour I'll have a near complete or completed run or something. But I'm not going to rely on that, because there are also long stretches where I don't get that kind of thing. So, like, normally before, I didn't do it because I felt like pretty much what I had to do would be grind it off with no mic, and then do post-commentary, which I did once, and, you know, I got something done. But I just, like, I don't want to do that. With the Holy Mantle, for the YouTube save, I can just do regular episodes as The Lost, and that's not a huge deal. So I appreciate that for that, like, that and that alone. But otherwise, I kind of hate it, because I think it ruins what made The Lost interesting, which was the D4. Because if you roll the Holy Mantle, well, that sucks. You don't have the Holy Mantle anymore. Holy Mantle is the best thing you can get for The Lost, pretty much. And I don't want to do that. So it's just like, why give The Lost D4 if you're just going to make it so that you can't use the D4? Oh, dang it. That's my own fault. So, you know, why even make the D4 a thing if we just get the Holy Mantle and it's useless? So, that's why I don't like that change. So, for YouTube, great. I'll do the Lost stuff like as soon as I get to the point of the Holy Mantle. That's no big deal. I'll just do random episodes and be like, hey, let's play the Lost today. So, that's kind of the way I feel about that. Oops, that's clearly going to close. So I guess you kind of have my planning for what's going on in the near future with the YouTube series. Since you'll be getting a little bit more caught up on the stream stuff, you'll see where that... I mean, that's... I've finished getting 100%. You already know that. That's where that is. it'll still take a while to catch up to that. And since I'm going to be streaming it very consistently, you know, it'll be a long time before I take enough days off of streaming Isaac where there isn't a stream episode like last time. That didn't happen until like 200 stream videos or something silly like that. I can see that happening again without an issue. So, you know, that means there'll be like 400 or 500 Isaac videos of just Afterbirth by then. Combining the two, of course. It's a lot of stuff. I don't know, stuff's looking good. I'm really liking Afterbirth, for those that, like, can't tell. Wait, was there something? No. There's nothing that was still alive. Yeah, I'll bomb him. Still haven't fought Greed from that yet. Like, I know it's a thing, but it hasn't happened. Not even once. Alright. So as tempting as it is to use... There we go. Look how much extra damage I did by waiting to get to damage 3 of them at once. It's very tempting to use it on the foot, though. I guess I just take the Polaroid. It doesn't really matter. I can steal something from the boss rush, though, which is nice. Not that I'm that tempted to at this point, considering they're all surrounded by spikes. Yeah, none of this is even worth taking damage for to steal. Like, I don't want any of that. The option was there. But considering I had to take damage, I just can't say I wanted to do it enough. One time I had a teleport. I haven't ended up with teleports in boss rush in, like, pretty much at all in Afterbirth. I'm not saying that's something to do with Afterbirth. I'm just saying I haven't had that, like, the whole time I've been playing it, which is at least 80 hours by now. And by at least, I mean, it's probably a fair amount more than that, like 100. So it's interesting. And then the one time I did, I didn't get to take advantage of that fact. That was bad. I almost got stuck. Would have been my own fault, of course, but I still almost did it. Thank you for telegraphing your location. Shouldn't use pills while you're still actually in combat. By the way, it's a bad plan. I am not a wizard, in fact, but it seems that I am stuck pretending I am for now. Alright, so that's a library, because there are no shops. I will pay that a visit, of course. Oh, I walked right into that. I always try to overdo it when I'm not, like, as fast as I think I am or something. Like, make it all the way around them instead of just going the easy way and going between two of them. Okay, there we go. We're back to normal tiers. I actually have a bunch of range, it seems. At least with certain effects. I have a bunch of range. Otherwise, I seem to have pretty good range. God dang it. Not worth it either. The stuff that's surrounded by spikes just makes me sad. It's not like bad that it's there. Oh, I didn't get the kill in time. Took damage. It's not bad that it's there, I just hate it. Because I don't want to have to take damage to do things I want to do. Wow, that totally should have hit me. But, as nice as it is to get stuff done, sometimes it is not better to just take damage to do it. And I'm still working on the whole, you know, always make the best plays thing. I'm working on it. I'm learning. Afterbirth's a little different. And I'm getting there. Obviously, challenges pose a bit of a different... Come on, that's totally like... Well, it was totally hitting. Even hit a couple times. And I counted it. Yeah, working on it. Dude, do you want to not be a scumbag for like 2 seconds? That would be like the really, truly most excellent thing you could do. Halo, sure, all stats up. And then we're at the heart. Once we finish this next floor, life is a good life. So I already finished Lost Greed mode. Means, god dang it. I'm just teleporting out of that. I hate that room. It's not unfair. It's not bad. I just hate it. Because I hate that enemy. Whoops. Hello, buddy. That enemy is a little unpredictable, though. To be fair. Especially when your tiers are doing all sorts of random things that you're not even aware of because it changes so often. Sure, what are you? Range down, not a big deal. You really do end up with very few items on this. They worked out just fine, though. Oh, as for the Keeper, by the way, I think that the Keeper is probably playable within episodes without like pre-recording and post-commentating. It should be doable. Won't be pleasant. I would much rather play the Lost than the Keeper. Really just an awful character in my opinion. You know, after spending the time with it. But I'll get both done. You know, I'm gonna get 1001%. Oh, that one did. Maybe it shot, I don't know. Couldn't tell if it did contact damage or not. Because it was a champion or something, I didn't really notice. Alrighty. I have no idea how tempting it is to use my use item. You probably do, though. Probably know exactly how tempting it is. Gotta say, this is probably more than I've used my use item, like, ever. Especially for a 6-room charge item. That isn't the D6, of course. Oh, they freaking nerfed Krampus's head so bad with the fact that Krampus's head can do the spin like Krampus's lasers can. It's so bad for the use item. But what are you gonna do? Okay, you're dead. I'm gonna kill you now. Okay. Dead. And dead. The boss has to be like, yeah, right here. I was gonna say very close or off of the next room. And so it was. So it was. Should be pretty easy. You know, no biggie. Like that. Really no work required. What do you got? It'd be so funny if I died. Okay. Not like that guy was going to hit me that much, but it would have been really funny. So, D8 rerolls your stats. I guess let's try to do a Lost run. Why the heck not? So I'll reset until I spawn next to an item room, of course. Screw this guy. Or curse room, where I get the dead cat. Dead cat doesn't reroll from the D4. Oops, which is very nice. That's a great change. Glowing hourglass. Good if you have the Holy Mantle, because then you get Holy Mantle hit and you can just use the glowing hourglass. That room didn't happen. And then life is a happy place. Halo Flies also doesn't reroll. Interestingly. Explosivo is too dangerous. Dead Onion's good, but not good enough of a start, in my opinion. I like Piercing. I do. Kinda need some shot speed. The bomb chest wouldn't have dropped a dead cat. There's a dead cat. Would you look at that? So the dead cat not rerolling also doesn't give you an item, it turns out. So there's no point in rerolling at the moment. Gotta sacrifice one life to get back out. And this is an XL floor, so I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, now I can hide here. Everything is okay. This guy explodes, though. Okay, excellent. Go away. And everything is fine. That's actually a pretty scary room. Soul hearts are worthless. I want to leave this room so badly. So badly. I don't want to just sacrifice a life, though. So I'm going to try my best to not die. It's really not that difficult, unless you accidentally kill one and it splits and you have too many splits. But even then, it's not very difficult. It's like really easy to not get hit during an Envy or Super Envy fight. Once you fought it a few times, have some experience. So me messing that up is just kind of sad to me. But that's my own standards, of course. It does take a while. So, you know, don't worry. Game is hard. I'm aware. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, that's one item room. I should go to both, I think, before re-rolling, but that's a free re-roll. Health up that doesn't work for the Lost because it's a Lost. And hearts heal you for double normal. It's good, but it's not at all good for this character. So, I've already done Boss Rush, and I still have the icon for Boss Rush. I haven't done Mega Satan, I haven't done Hush. That's, I haven't done the Chest or Cathedral. At least I don't think I've done the Cathedral, I'm not actually certain. But I have to redo Dark Room to get all the icons back. Dr. Fetus. Interesting. I'll try it out for now, because it's been buffed. It's a really good item now. It's OP and all that. And we got Big Fan, which, okay. This monster can't do the high jump. As long as you play carefully, Dr. Fetus is just, like, not very dangerous. It's kind of dangerous, but, like, it doesn't have to be. Damage up by 1. Devil Room increased by 10% chance. Double Little Horn, though. How much does that suck? Okay, calm down. Okay, Devil Room, what do you got? Well, lock in Devil Rooms. Use it, because technically... Oh, I used it over the gap and it didn't move. Good one. You're great. Speed up and size down in a pill, which range down doesn't really matter very much. Let's see if we get a small rock. Bob's Brain. Alright, well, I'm going to take this and then I'm going to reroll my build. Dr. Fetus is a really good chance and there's no reason to reroll it. But, you know, YOLO as they say. This is also a really good build. Probably going to reroll it as well. Guillotine, of course, for... Oh, oops, wrong room. A damage up by 1. Fire rate delay down by 1. So it can bypass the Tears cap. Black Bean is useless. Infestation 2 is basically the spider transformation on its own, because there isn't a spider transformation. It means every time I kill an enemy, that enemy spawns a spider, unless it was killed by one of those spiders, in which case it doesn't. So let's go. Could full clear, but I'm really not going to worry about it. Okay, so this should be sufficient to get stuff done for now. Like without a huge concern. Especially thanks to Infestation 2. It's kind of a big item. I don't think it's a worthwhile start on its own either, though, by the way. I'm pretty picky about my lost starts. Come on, really? I messed that up? Not a hard room. Again, Dr. Fetus, there's no reason to reroll it. I just actually like using the D4 when it's the start of a run. I think that makes things really interesting. That's why I like the buff to the Lost this way. Okay, so now I know where that stuff all is. I'm just gonna roll it now. Oh god. This is a horrible, horrible outcome. Like, why would anyone ever... Oh, God. This is, like, really bad. I need a battery in my life, like, immediately. He'll die. It's not what I needed in my life. It's not a battery. This is not good. Pisces also a fire rate delay down by 1, by the way. I'm not going to hit that. That's just not happening. Thank you. Monstrous Lung. Now see, this is a possibility. And I almost have 3 basic familiars, which means I almost have the tumor transformation, which gives me a triple shot. I don't think that would really do anything with the lung. Unless it gives me the fire rate down, in which case that's just unfortunate. But I don't think it does somehow. I forgot I only had it like once without anything else. Like making it a big deal, I think. Or making it like noticeable. Or not noticeable. Whatever I was saying, I don't know. Still, they give you they play the sound, A sound, when you get a transformation now. It's very cool. Okay, this boss is like really easy, but also really easy to mess up. The way I recommend playing it, besides when it does this attack, don't do it when it does this attack, is stay vertically aligned to the boss. Pops out, usually does the arm attack, and you have just free dodges that you can't mess up. Okay, I'll take all of them because I'm going to reroll them. Dark Bum's actually like bad to take, but Guppy's Hairball is my second Guppy piece, and that's nice. Also very good at blocking tears. I'm still going to reroll it, and I'm going to clear this floor a little more. So I can do that now. If it lets me. I really do like Monstrous Lung, though, to be honest. Like, we all know I love it. I just also actually like using the D4 when it's the start of my run. That's why I always do the D4 and D100 runs at the start, but I don't do them if I get them late most of the time. Thanks. So those TNTs you can push, that's their thing, that's why they're different. There's no reason to let Dark Bum take those. You can spawn spiders that would kill me. Which doesn't sound very appealing, right? Champion Belt, I consider very bad now, as it seems to affect bosses, which means you get a lot of stupid rooms that are just completely unfair and total garbage. And it's not worth 1 damage to just die in the late game because you got 4 cages, yeah, 4 cages in a small room, or 6 polycephalus in a small room. Just a couple examples. Those are my prime examples. Just utter garbage that item seems to cause more frequently than they already would happen. Of course there's one more. Alright, let's go for it. Holy Light. Parasite Cricket's body. I got a transformation, I just don't know which one. Why are some of them exploding? Are those do I have... I'm very confused. I'm gonna re-roll this because I don't know why some of my tears are exploding. As good as like Holy Light is freaking amazing. Aw, thanks. But I'm not a fan of randomly dying because I don't know why my tears are exploding. That doesn't sound nice. Stopwatch is an on-hit effect now, so it's completely worthless to the Lost. It is still special, but it probably won't be. That's something that is being talked about being changed. Really? I messed that up? That's pathetic. I probably have a $3 bill or something. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I was gonna say, I definitely have $3 bill. I was pretty sure about that from the start. But I really don't like these explosions. Was there a battery in here? I need to buy it. No, of course not. Okay, so what was this? Was this double key? Can't do anything with that. By the way, I don't know how many lives I have anymore, but I know that the cat head will disappear once I have none left. As for a damage stat, by the way, Holy Light summons the beams of light when you hit the enemies with those tears. Those do triple your damage. Well, not really dying because I'm bad. Dying because this is, like, not usable. Just gotta be extra careful. Hello, friend. I don't even know how to effectively avoid these explosions. Look at all that money. Like, dang. Alright, goodbye, great build. Another transformation. This time I actually got anti-gravity, but proptosis, Libra, mom's contacts, rubber cement though. Magnet, it's getting rerolled again. Because I don't think I got Holy Mantle. So, goodbye build. Oh, that's a nice 1 damage up. Another item to reroll. This isn't bad, by the way. Like, honestly, it's pretty good. But, in the name of fun, and the fact that I really hate anti-gravity, among other reasons. In the name of fun, though, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Rubber cement's still the only way that the same tier hits an enemy multiple times, for damage at least. Still really like that. Love the item. Little Chad is a useless item that I get to reroll. Also nice. Oh, I've got all these transformations, by the way, and I don't know which ones they are. Besides that, I'm Bob, because I track poison stuff. Okay. Wow, really? Okay, could you die? Thanks, buddy. Figured I'd do a small room first, because large rooms count for 2 charges. Why would I waste that opportunity in case I roll something really bad? This is not a pleasant room, though. I actually ran into that. Wow. Impressive. Good job. Still got dead cat stuff. Should be easy enough, I hope. Hey, what do you got this time? Soy milk. Excellent. Truly excellent. Let's hope I can even consider possibly making it through, like, 3 rooms. Let alone more than that. That's actually a pretty quick kill time on that dude. Of course, my knockback, which is increased by the 8-inch nails, is absolutely horrible. And the main reasons that soy milk sucks. Oh good, I have Taurus as well. Well, getting rid of this build. 2 items that I hate a lot. I would for the extra item, but I don't think that's worth it. I hope that that path that I left, because I died, of course, does not include the boss or the item room. Oops, I was not paying attention. Really, I got Lazarus's rags? Well, I'm not the Lost anymore. That's good. Who needed to be the Lost? I get to use this golden heart, I guess. Oh god, I have Cursed Eye. I have the Tumor Transformation now, though. Always a fun time. I have Double Shot. Too bad I couldn't even tell you that if I wanted to. Alright, I can't hide over rocks. Good thing I have health, I guess. No, seriously, that completely ruins the fact that this is the lost attempt. But I guess the dead cat is gone. Which I should have been paying attention to. Again, should have just kept Dr. Fetus. But I'm not worried about winning with the Lost yet. what have you got now? I have Polly. Why is my... Why is everything bad? Let's try it again. Getting so many transformations. Who knows what we'll end up with? I'm shooting a lot of tears. Well. Sort of. Let's see if that's the... Nope. Sometimes I'm shooting a lot of tears. How about that? I'm gonna breakfast, by the way, rather soon, and then I'm gonna die slowly and painfully. And I'll take bombs or key. It's a good freaking deal. Oops, I have 40 keys. It's fine. Agreed. Yeah, I'm gonna breakfast the next few rolls, probably. But I'm still gonna do it. Because, you know, why the heck not? No, still not yet. Oh, it's a really good thing that I rolled into Continuum, because my tears are totally gonna get off screen and never reach an enemy. You know, that's happening all the time right now. Actually, this is a pretty good build, though. Oh, and I got the... Oh, boy. Dude, that's really cool. This is actually pretty solid. Okay, let's see what you got. Not my last guppy piece. Boom. Oh, this one's probably going to be good, too. Too bad I couldn't roll into this sooner, because this is actually amazing. And this would probably carry me through the loss, because, like, I can fire these really fast. I can almost tab. Yeah, this would be the build. I'm going to keep this one, actually. This is going to be top tier. It's going to carry me through the rest of the game easily. I only found one item room. I didn't really remember this was an XL floor. I wonder what my other respawn is. Oh wait, I have a dead cat. Why did Lazarus's Rags activate before that? That really screws me over, you know. My cat head was, I guess, just covered by other stuff. But, like, that seriously screws me over. Hope you know. Well, now I get to know where I'm going. Double dark one? No problem. Double dead one. Really easy to do a ton of damage with this kind of setup. Why not? Okay. Yep. So this needs to be a chest run, technically. Go here first, you idiot. Yeah, that's great news. Take both of these. Packed for 0.5 damage up, 0.7 cheers up, 2 soul hearts. Oh my god. Abaddon for removes all my red hearts, gives me 6 black hearts. 1.5 damage up. Chance to shoot a fear shot, 0.2 speed up. I know which transformation I got this time, which gave me 2 black hearts. And flight. I was already set on that one. And then I got Blood of the Martyr, 1 damage up, and makes it so the Book of Belial and Devil card add a 1.5 damage multiplier. Pretty good stuff. I can still nearly tap, but not quite. I don't think I'm going to be able to just tap. By the way, if I don't take damage, I'm going to count this as a lost boss rush. Even though I've already done it, it still counts. Just like, you know, that's a thing I can kind of do, especially when I have a build like this. It's not very hard to not get hit. I hope Dead Cat takes me back into being the Lost. I'm actually going to die intentionally once I get to the Cathedral, just to see. Both times if I have to. Just see if I get a good respawn. Sucks that I still don't have the mantle. Also a little bit ridiculous. Going quickly. Oh, and that still didn't hit me somehow. Nah, buddy. Money equals power. 0.04 damage up for every cent that I have. Beautiful. Got a lot of damage up. Okay, anytime, bro. Alright, awesome. So you don't really want to charge these to be particularly large. It's not good for business. Because only the outside does damage to enemies. Oh man, small rooms, I feel bad for the enemies. So you kind of want to keep them as small as possible. Just so you know, that's how you will maximize your damage output. Still have hitbox on them for most the most time. Alright, nice. Oh, picking the wrong way at least. Why didn't I use this? At least now I know where I'm going. Blood donation machine, no thanks. Got something better. 3 flies, 3 spiders. Sure, why not? So I've got a handful of transformations. I don't even know which ones for the most part. I don't need money. Got all the money already. Okay, time for some murdering. Guess I'll check in here because it's here. 2 of spades. Blank rune, random rune effect. Can also give me a blank rune back. I didn't really care what it would do. Since I've got the health, and I am planning on dying relatively soon, especially with how powerful this is, it'll be relatively soon. May as well start lowering my health now. Really wish I had a mantle though. Box, 1 of each type of pickup. Not important.
1.
Hey, excellent. That's actually really good. Alright, actually remember to use this. Don't pick up the health, I really don't need it or want it. Too bad I don't have the lost contact here. I think I rolled that already. I think I picked that up naturally at some point. But that's okay. It would still be really good, since I assume it works with Tech X. And those lasers would just absolutely demolish all the tears that ever happened. That's nice. Oh, since I'm gonna make Hush, that's when I'm gonna die, actually. Just to see. It might completely screw me over, and that doesn't bother me at all. It might also not. Ah, still didn't make Guppy. Oh, there it is. So, like, even if I end up with no health and no chance of winning, it's more important. God's flesh, I guess. Chance to shoot a shot that shrinks enemies. You can stomp on them, kill them once you have that. Yeah, you can have all the money, dude. Take your time. I got nothing to do. Yeah, smaller hitbox sounds good to me.
2 of diamonds.
Alright, whatever, let's see. There's bound to be fire in here, which is what I hope for. Hey, finally, fighting greed. But I lost the fires. So now I have no way to die except to the boss itself, which I can do. That's not a big deal. There aren't going to be secret rooms here, but that's totally okay. Yeah, box of friends is good. Alright, boss, I'm gonna need you to kill me a couple times. It's gonna take a while. Well, up to a couple times, I guess, is more accurate. could just be once, and maybe I'll end up switching back to the Lost. I really doubt it, though. I think that I'll be stuck as Revived Lazarus. Sucks about all this invincibility, though. It'd be funny if I can't die on purpose in time, and I just kill the boss. But that doesn't seem like it's happening. Do you not do contact damage? Okay. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I have eternal invincibility. Yeah, he does contact damage. Good. Anytime. Like, why is this invincibility so long? What other invincibility item did I get? What a rude game. I really like how much health I've actually done in damage here. It's kind of funny to me. God, that's so much invincibility. All for me to just die with the Lost. If I even get the proper revive, which, you know, look at that. So far, not so good. Yep, that's what I thought. Well, we'll do this as Lazarus then, and probably die, but I do have 3 orbitals, which is nice. Oh, and I can use this, copy all my familiars. Does it not work on Isaac's head? Oh, nice teleport. Well, never mind that then. That's fine. I could have won if I didn't have to do the science there. Again, I like using D4. Dr. Fetus alone probably was enough to carry me through that run if I wanted. I want to see how many items I have and what's missing. Okay, a bunch of stuff on this page and a bunch of stuff on this page. That's fine. How many items are there? 409 here. 438. Okay, so I'm missing like 29. Cool. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a bit of an adventure in length, but we made it. Sucks about Revived Lazarus because I still had dead cat respawns. So, you know, that's just bad luck. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.